Good day, urban gamers, and welcome to another episode of Four Brothers in the Basement.
We're
actually gonna go and talk to them about Kingdom Hearts because it should be on their PlayStation 4 exclusive. But if you ever get a chance to come to C2E2 next year, 2014, go to all the panels. They give you a
Hey, sorry ladies, man is out. Boyfriends, husbands, they're gonna be gone for a while. This has been Four Brothers in the Basement, right here.
Four Brothers in the Basement. That's right, just wanted to shout out to you. Thanks, follow them, whatever we gotta do, follow me. J-State Freak official fan page. You guys are the best. What's up right there?
Good day, urban gamers, and welcome back to Four Brothers in the Basement. The show still committed to educating, debating, informing, and reforming you on anything and everything in the video game industry. I am your host, Fox Dorsey. As you can see, we've condensed the set, got a little more intimate, but fear not. Your favorite Brothers in the Basement will be back on future shows to come in some form or another. On today's show, we're going to be talking about the console space dilemma. But first things first, let's see the free game we've been playing this week.
Good day, urban gamers. Fox Dorsey here with your free game spotlight. Magica 2. The world's most irreverent co-op action adventure returns. To rid the world of evil again, up to 4 wizards will traverse Midgard armed with the next iteration of the famous Magica dynamic spell casting system. As an all-powerful wizard, you will have thousands of spells at your fingertips. Combine up to 5 elements at a time and work together with or against your friends for that full Magica co-op experience. 4-player, friendly, fire-compatible co-op, along with full co-op support on all levels and game modes, makes this a party must play. Just remember, anyone going at Magica 2 solo is in for a very, very bad treat, as this game is brutal to solo players, but gives its best in a party. Magica 2, free for PlayStation Network.
No matter if you're with PlayStation Nation or part of the greatest Xbox lineup holiday ever, something like that, if you're a digital pre-downloader or an old school physical disc consumer, at some point or another in your console life, in this console generation, you're going to face a space storage dilemma. Let's take a look at how quickly you can run out of space on your hard drive, some of the replacements out there, and why every gamer should have a hard drive on his or her Christmas list. Yes, every Xbox One and PlayStation 4 should have came day one with 1 terabyte of space for your internal hard drive. Should happen day one. Unfortunately, let's just chalk that up to us gamers needing to have the very first model of a product. As you know, if they don't get it right in the first model, they'll definitely get it right in the second one. So congratulations to all you people who waited or upgraded to a 1 terabyte system. Unfortunately, you're probably going to run into the same problem we're facing now in the next 2 years. So you might want to stick around for this. Just think about it. If you own more than 3 to 4 AAA games, that's already almost half of your 500 gigs right there. Not to mention all the free games that come out each month, all of your updates and your patches, not to mention your DLCs and your season passes, along with the pics and the videos you can capture. 500 gigabytes goes very, very quickly. And don't give me that, oh, well, if you just manage your hard drive better. No. We're only 2 years into this console life. I shouldn't have to decide which games I want to continue to play on a regular basis and which ones I'll never play again. That's wrong. Solution? Let's talk about the Xbox One solution. Now, upgrading your Xbox One hard drive is a lot easier than it is with the PlayStation 4. Why? Well, because almost any hard drive that is 3.0 USB compatible will work with your Xbox One as long as it's at least 512 gigabytes.
First up, we have the Game Drive for Xbox by Seagate. Now, this hard drive is an external hard drive. You plug it in and you go. The installation is simple, it's easy. Once you plug it in, you'll see some prompts to format the hard drive. You just follow the prompts. Shouldn't take any more than about 5 or 10 minutes. It's compact. There's no extra power cords for this hard drive, and it's only about $100. Now, depending upon where you look during Black Friday, people, you can probably find this hard drive anywhere in between $20 off. If 2 terabytes isn't enough for you, then let's take a look at the Western Digital MyBook 4 terabyte external hard drive. 4 terabytes is where you really want to be. If you're a hardcore gamer, if you know you're going to be playing a lot of AAA games, if you're going to be going back to playing them, if you don't want to have to bother with the hassle of trying to figure out which ones to delete, trust me, a 4 terabyte Western Digital MyBook is exactly the hard drive that you want. And in some cases, it's even been said to boost the performance of the machine. Now, some of those performance enhancements might be slightly less than what you may expect. So don't get your hopes up for that. PlayStation 4, it's a lot more difficult to upgrade the hard drive. I'm not saying that it's impossible. It's still very easy to do. It's just a little more hassle than it is with the Xbox One. Just because there are some things that you have to keep in mind when looking for a hard drive for your PlayStation 4. Now, one of the biggest things that we're going to tell you right off the back is that you cannot use an external hard drive for your PlayStation 4. It has to be an internal hard drive, and it has to fit inside the actual PlayStation. So let's not worry about that. Let's just stick to the 2.5 inch thick hard drives. Like I said, you can't plug and play, and you need a USB flash drive that's at least 1 gigabyte in order to help with the process when you have to update your firmware and your operating system, which is a hassle because, once again, you don't have to do that with the Xbox One. So, one of the best hard drives that I found for your PlayStation 4 is the Samsung SpinPoint 2 terabyte M9T mobile SAT drive. With the PlayStation 4 hard drive, you're not going to find 4 terabytes that's still cost effective. You're just not going to find it. You're normally only going to find 1 or 2 terabyte increases for your PlayStation 4, so just stick with those. One of the best ones that I found, like I said, is the Samsung SpinPoint M9T. It's about $100 depending upon where you look for it. You get 2 terabytes. This hard drive is known to improve some performance aspects of the PlayStation 4, but once again, don't get your hopes up. It's minimum things like knocking off a few seconds on load times, stuff that the average gamer isn't really going to pay too much attention to. Now, if you do crave a performance notch for your PlayStation 4, I know I do because I feel like some of the load times are a little bit slower than with the Xbox One. The HGST TravelStar 2.5 inch 1 terabyte 7200 RPM SATA mobile hard drive is what you want. Yes, very long name, but we want to make sure you get the right hardware. The reason why I like this hard drive is because it's actually the same brand that's of the original hard drive that's in your PlayStation. So if you're going to switch it out, why not switch it out with something that the PlayStation was made for? Same brand, same company, switch it out, no problems. I also like this because it actually is a lot faster than the original hard drive that's in the PlayStation. So you will see faster boot and load speeds, about 20 to 25% faster. Now, once again, that's only for you hardcore, die-hard fans who notice things like that. The average gamer is not going to notice that, so it's not going to be that much of a problem. But like I said, it does slightly enhance the performance of your
console. You want to make sure some of the troubleshooting, sorry about that, some of the troubleshooting that you might come into contact with, we're running out of time, that's why I'm going off a subject here. You want to make sure that you format both drives, either PlayStation or Xbox, correctly. With the Xbox, it's a lot easier to troubleshoot with that. There are some settings that you want to also make sure that you check after you install your hard drive, like if you want the storage to stay on when you turn off the Xbox, or you want it to go off once the Xbox goes off. You have to change that in the settings. You also want to figure out where you want to have your default drive set as, meaning when you download new games, when you download patches, things like that, which hard drive should it go on? You want to look at that. Also with, let's see, so with the smaller hard drives on the Xbox One, they seem to run a lot faster than the 3 or 4 terabyte hard drive. So if you're not looking for that much space, you might want to consider a 1 to 2 terabyte hard drive. They seem to run a little bit faster than the larger 3 to 4 terabyte hard drives. On the PlayStation side, remember, you have to have the correct physical size of the hard drive, a 2.5 hard drive. You got to remember that you have to, once you switch out, because you're switching out hard drives all together with the PlayStation, not just adding an external hard drive. You have to, you're physically swapping out the hard drives, which means you got to reload and update the OS on the new hard drive, which is not hard at all. You can go on any website and they have directions on how to do all of that. Very simple, people. But yes, make sure that you have one of these hard drives, and you want to make sure you research the hard drive yourself. You want to make sure, because we know how loved ones are, especially when it comes to video games. Sometimes they don't get that right if we don't tell them exactly which ones we want. So make sure you find which hard drive that you want that meets your specific needs. You also probably want to keep in mind how much space you take up and how long you've had your console, because that'll also go into whether or not if you need a 1 to 2 terabyte hard drive or a 3 to 4 terabyte hard drive. I'm getting a 4 terabyte hard drive on my Xbox One, and probably the 1 terabyte faster hard drive, just because I want to see if there really is a performance boost. We're out of time. Thanks for coming back. We're back, people. Remember, everyone's a gamer. You just need the right game. See? No one's here to do C4.